didn't care about philosophy. He cared about his philosophy and whether you were great or not.
Right.
I do have a question on, and I can look at the video too. I just haven't had a test or a chance, I mean. But in the part two, number 2. Wait, no, just kidding. Part 2. Yeah, number 2. Number 4.
I got a totally different Z-score than they did. I got a -1.
Me too! Okay. I'm like, how did they come up with that?
I looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, and it has to be a negative Z-score because it's below the average.
Okay, so then the mean was 46.73, right?
The observed was 46.73. Your X bar is 46.73. Minus 47, it's below the mean, or it's below the mean. It has to be a negative Z-score.
Okay. I'm gonna watch the video to see. But yeah, I kept coming up with a negative, and I looked at it too, and I was like, how would it not be a negative?
I'm telling you, I should have texted him or something, but that's just got to be wrong. It just has to be. That's just got to be a wrong answer on the answer key. There's no way you can be below the mean and get a positive Z-score.
And be positive.
Yeah.
So then it just makes, yeah, if that's wrong, then the p-value must be wrong, and, you know, so I don't know.
Interestingly enough, once you get past that, you still come up with, in the very end, the right answer, because I'm trying to see. Where is it? Where is it? Because it's a two-tailed test anyway, and the Z-score negative or positive comes out close enough that by the time you're all done rounding and everything, it actually comes out to the same. You still fail to reject the null in the end of everything.
Okay.
It's a two-tailed test.
That's some stuff I still not quite get in, but okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure on what's the criteria on how close or how great it has to be in order to reject or fail to reject. Did I miss something where there's the minimum?
You actually set the minimum yourself. Most of the time it's set at like 0.05, I think, and if it's greater than 0.05,
said that, didn't it?
Yeah. If it's greater than like the 0.05, then you fail to reject the null, because the chances are good that any variation you've got is within the possibility of it being chance. Like if you set 0.05 probability as your limit,
minimum,
you're saying there's a 5% chance that, oh my gosh, that just flew out of my head. As I was talking, I had it and then I lost it. I hate it when I do that.
But the significance of something the significance of something so minimum would change that. So I can understand that as being reasonable.
Right. I mean, you want a pretty darn low chance of this, you know, not being chance, or of it actually being chance before you reject the null. I'm trying to pull up the reading.
And I also, during one of the videos, it did say, you know, prior to doing any analysis, set your own parameters. So you already kind of predetermine how much of a risk you're willing to take before rejecting or failing to reject.
Exactly. That's what they're saying. You set the parameter. So like for this, I think we were supposed to assume it was like 0.05.
Yeah, and it's number D. It says it wants to know it lets you know that the parameter. Yeah. I keep looking, thinking the symbol looks like the fish tail or the fish symbol.
Yeah, it's an alpha, but it does look like a fish to me. I totally see the fish. Yeah, I think of it as a fish.
For some reason, every time I see it, I'm like, it's the fish.
It's the fish. Me too.
And I think somewhere in the readings, I thought it said that for us throughout this course that we would just be doing 0.05 always.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Well, that seems reasonable because otherwise we could all be all over the board if we choose crazy numbers. I like having a guideline.
Yeah, I think it said that we will always be for this course we will be using 0.05.
Well, and if you make it too low, it does become a type 1 error because you will never, ever, ever reject a null.
Yeah, we talked about that. Which, all right. Okay, do you guys want to start the quiz then?
Yeah.
We can start the quiz.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Turn that on to record.
I did. At one point, I just hit start.
Oh, you're so good.
Can you see it on your screen, Dominique? Up in the right-hand corner, it says live in a little yellow box.
Yeah. Oh, does that mean we're recording?
Yeah, when we're not recording,
okay.
It's gray, and it says like off air or something like that.
Okay. I noticed that it said live, and I just figured it's because we're talking to each other. Yeah. I haven't paid a lot of attention to it, so.
Yeah, if we're not recording, it's gray, and it says something like off air or something like that.
Okay, let's group meeting. Start. Okay. All right, you guys there?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so number 3, the status quo is null hypotheses.
Yep.
And the hypothesis involves equality.
It's the null.
That would be the null hypothesis.
Yes.
The p-value.
You assume the null hypothesis is true.
Okay. Suppose that's...
So null...
Yeah, it would be not... Sorry. So on number 6, we'd say not equal to 10. That's the two-tailed test. It's either equal to or not equal to, correct?
Right.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, I'm not there. Sorry. So number 5 was null hypothesis, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I was still reading. Okay, I'm on number 6 now. Let me read it real quick. So the equal to, that's what you said, right?
Not equal?
Not equal.
Not equal. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, on the two-tailed, it's the null hypothesis is equal to, and the alternative hypothesis is not equal to.
Oh, the alternative. Okay, which of the following is the alternative? I thought we were doing the null up above. Okay, so the alternative is not equal to.
Right.
Correct.
I have a question then. For the null hypothesis, it will always be equal to?
Yes.
That's what I'm getting.
Yes. Okay. Null hypothesis will always be equal to.
And the alternative is anything other than what we expect.
Okay. Okay. And then for that, we just have to kind of look for the jargon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So then the left-tailed is greater than?
I can't remember.
Less than. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay,
Left.
so left,
Mm-hmm.
Left.
Left.
Okay.
left, less.
Yep.
So right-tailed is greater than.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
Okay.
am looking at that now. Greater than. I've always still got to use my left hand. Left hand less than. Okay.
So then 8 would be greater than.
Okay.
Man, my notes, where are they?
So if a p-value is greater than the level of significance, then we fail to reject the null hypotheses.
Yes.
So,
Oh,
but I'm
yes,
getting,
I found it too. There it is.
but is it greater than alpha?
Yes.
Okay, so it would be number 1. P-value is greater than alpha
Mm-hmm.
is when we reject it.
Yes.
Or
When you fail
is
to
when we
reject.
fail to reject.
Yep.
So
Yep.
if the p-value is less than alpha,
Then
that would result in rejecting.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 is we're looking at p-value greater than alpha and 10 p-value less than alpha.
Yes.
Okay.
I think these quizzes are getting longer and longer too.
Oh my gosh, we have 21 questions.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Look that far
I
ahead.
thought we were close to done. Then I
So
scrolled
did I.
down.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
we're halfway there. So 11, I would say for the alternative, the claim amount is greater than 1,500.
Yeah.
They're concerned that it's higher than.
Uh-huh.
So then the null hypothesis is equal to 1,500.
So for 12, the average claim amount is equal to 15 for
Yep.
null hypotheses. Okay. So 13 would be yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're assuming that it's normal because it's a large number.
Mm-hmm. But it's the shape. So answer to 14 is the central limit theorem.
Okay.
And how
And
do you know the shape? I'm sorry.
Because it says well,
It's the shape of the
distribution.
distribution is normal. The law of large numbers has to do with the means.
Okay. Okay.
And I put that the test statistic is X bar.
Okay, that's where I was headed.
Okay.
Historical mean of sales receipts.
Did you get negative 0.15?
I'm still working it out.
Okay.
What did you get?
Oh, wait, no, never mind. I screwed up.
I got negative 0.15.
Yeah, I got negative 0.15, but I forgot to put in my square root of 36.
Oh, no, I didn't put in square root of 36 either.
I didn't either, so, I mean, I got the same answer as you, but oopsie.
Hold on. And we don't have a mean. So
The mean is,
The 144.
So are you taking the 150 as the x bar minus the 144? That's where I got it backwards.
I've got 144 as x bar and 150 as my mean.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So then I get a negative 0.025.
I got negative 0.015 again. What the heck?
Well, hold on. I'll come up with something and maybe mine will match one of yours.
Negative 5.4?
I'm getting negative 0.900.
Oh my gosh, we all got something different. So we're doing 144 minus 150 divided by 40 divided by the square root of 36, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So 144 minus 150 gives us a negative 6 on top.
Yes.
And then 40 divided by the square root of 36 gives me 6.666666667.
I just did it again and got negative 0.9.
I'm getting 40 divided by the square root of 36. I'm getting something. Hold on.
So the square root of 36 is 6.
So negative 0.9000
That's what I got.
is what I'm still getting.
I got negative 0.09 again. That's twice in a row I've gotten it.
Okay. So negative 0.9. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That's what I'm getting.
Yes, that's what I got.
Okay.
Okay. So we're all at negative 0.09.
0.00 because we went around to 3 decimal places.
Wait, what?
Okay. No, sorry. I put too many zeros in there. Negative 0.900.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now the p-value associated with the z-score. That's
The applet.
going to be really awful. So this is where I'm still a little confused. Which side do we highlight? So they're looking for
greater than.
So we're going to highlight everything to the right?
Yeah. No, wait. She suspects it's less than, isn't she? Yeah, I would highlight less than. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, less than. So 0.1841?
Mm-hmm.
0.1841, so 0.184.
Yeah. So then we take the 0.184, and we say that is less.
That's greater than.
Greater than 0.05. So then
we would reject.
We would fail to reject.
How do you have all this memorized already?
Are you sure it's failed to reject?
I'm looking it up right now. Dude, I am in the wrong. No, I'm not.
Probably says it in the back with the review.
Okay. If the P is low, if the probability is low, reject the null, is the memory aid that they give. So if it's lower than, then you reject it. If it's higher than, you fail to reject it.
So the p-value is what we're going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's higher than the 0.05, so there we would fail to reject.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it says if the P is low.
So if it was, so the I'm still not wrapping my head around it completely. I know.
So 0.184 is greater than 0.05, so the p-value is not less than.
Yeah, if we look at the preparation, yeah, it says we fail to reject because it's greater than. So.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like how they have all different.
I don't like the words.
Yes, exactly. I don't like the words. I wish to say the p-value is greater than, not
right.
The p-value is not less than.
Yeah, there's a lot of like double talk in it, and that bothers me.
Yeah, really, just like it says, we can never accept the hypotheses. We can only reject or fail to reject.
Yes, I don't like that either.
Yeah,
I understand why. They explain why, and I understand why, but I don't have to like it.
I don't like it at all. It just takes longer for my brain to wrap around that wording.
Yeah.
Okay, number 19.
Talking to a politician.
Oh,
exactly.
I don't like politics at all.
Rejecting a true null hypothesis is type 1.
I didn't like that table either. I stared at it for a long time, and then I decided that hopefully the video talks about it.
Yeah, because it says if you reject the null hypothesis and that null hypothesis is true, then it's a type 2 error. If we fail to reject the null hypothesis and the null hypothesis is false, then it's a type 2 error. That's one that's got to go in my study guide for the next test because, yeah, I think I'm just going to have to make a table to put in there.
So type 1?
Type 1 is you reject the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true.
Okay.
So 19, I would put type 1.
Yeah, I would even simplify that even more and say we reject a true null hypothesis.
So you rejected, yeah, true, and that's type 1.
Mm-hmm. 1 is true. 1 true null hypothesis.
Okay.
I remember reading about it.
I want to say 20 is the probability of a type 1 error will increase. Because in this little box it says If committing a type 1 error is undesirable, why can't we let alpha equal 0? This would make it impossible. Oh no, it would be a type 2 error then.
Will increase?
Yeah, if the alpha value, the probability of committing a type 1 error is very small, the probability of committing a type 2 error will be large.
Where are you reading that?
I am about halfway down on the page underneath the table, the errors, the type 1 and type 2 error table.
Uh-huh.
I'm just under that. Like the second.
And I do remember them saying that as one goes up, the other goes down.
I do remember that.
So then the probability of a type 2 error will increase.
Will be, okay, I see it. The probability of committing to will be very.
So we drop the parameters for the one, and it increases the risk of the other.
Yes.
So then I'm confused. So then in 20, which one are we dropping? I guess I'm confused.
We're dropping type 1. By dropping your alpha value, you're lowering your type 1.
Oh, the alpha value. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And by lowering your type 1, you're increasing type 2.
Okay.
So you just look at it as a
It's kind of like a teeter.
A negative correlation. As one decreases, the other increases.
It's like a teeter-totter. As one side goes lower, the other side goes up.
Exactly.
So how do I know the alpha is type 1 though?
Because alpha is 1 and beta is 2. Isn't? Or did I write that down wrong? Or maybe I'm confusing. Yeah, type 1, the probability of type 1. Type 1 is also referred to as alpha, and a type 2 error is always referred to as beta.
And where do you see that?
That's
it's one I wrote down in the notes when I was watching the videos.
I haven't seen that video. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so type 2 is always referred to as beta, and type 1 is always referred to as alpha.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
But 21 is Greek. I'm not understanding how we compute that.
It's 0.05. It's the same as your alpha value. Your alpha value is your level of significance, and your level of significance is basically the p-value that the probability that you're willing to draw the line at.
Okay. That's just a trick question. Fill in the blank.
Yep.
So 0.05.
Yep.
I'm not quite understanding that either, but I'm hoping the video tells me more.
It is kind of right above the table. There's a little box that talks about if committing a type 1 error. One sentence above that, it says the most common value for alpha is alpha equals 0.05. This is 1 in 20. So when the null hypothesis is true, there is a 1 in 20 chance that it will be rejected at the 0.05 level of significance.
Okay.
Are we brave enough to submit it?
You ready? Yeah.
$95.
95. It's the X bar. Number 15.
Oh, right, because that's what we're solving for is Z.
Is the
Z. Dang it. Sorry, y'all.
As defined in this lesson.
Right. And it did. I remember now it saying that.
Yep.
Oops.
Well, I don't remember any of it, but I'm going to go through and review. Because I did not feel good about this one at all. For me, you guys got it down.
No, we can keep using some review on here. I'm going to review a lot more before I finish the homework up in this one because things can get just flipped in my head. It's like a negative. You see it in one and you flip it and everything's opposite.
Right. And I have actually got to make another trip out to Colorado, so I've got to do my homework tonight. I should make it back in time for the meeting on Monday, I hope. If I'm not,
you drive careful. If not, take your laptop with you, and we'll still be here, even if you're there.
Well, I'm just thinking, actually, our house out there, we have nothing in the house anymore. We're actually going out there to fix up the house, get ready to sell it. So if I don't make it to the meeting, I could still be on the road to get back home. I hope not.
Okay.
So if I don't see y'all Monday, then I'll see you Thursday.
All right. Well,
I actually don't work next Tuesday night, so if you can't make it Monday, I can actually do Tuesday. So.
That works for me too because I think, let me look at my schedule. I don't think I work until Wednesday. So I think Tuesday would be just fine for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Would that work better for you, Monica, or do you just want to play it by ear?
You know, I'm thinking about it. It might work better for me anyway because then I won't have just spent 12 hours on the road.
Okay.
So next week we'll just plan on Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thanks.
No problem. That sounds good anyways because Monday's a holiday.
Oh,
it is.
The whole reason why we're going this weekend.
Plans or anything, but it's a holiday.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Why we're going this weekend.
Take a nice holiday break.
Sure.
So, all right. Well, then we'll see y'all Tuesday then.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.